First day of school. Mom and Bill are leaving.
Like CBS.
Joe and Dad aren't ready. Charles Carroll's coming to town.
Goodbye.
Joey thinks he's being left. Joey, come watch him go. No.
Bye, Joey.
Then we have to go.
Bye.
Here's Joey. He's not dressed yet. We got to get him dressed fast because Daddy and Joe have to go too. He's pretty funny. Yeah, we're going to ride the Volkswagen. Okay, there they go. There goes Billy and Mom. First day of school. Billy's a third grader this year. Good luck, guys. Have a good day.
Good morning. Charles Kuralt is on vacation. I'm Bruce Morton, and this is Sunday Morning. Well, fall is in the air pretty much. The kids are going back to school with new lunch boxes, new notebooks, and new worries about what kind of teacher they'll get and what kind of kid will be sitting in the next seat. What worries a lot of grown-ups in this country is what kind of school many of these kids, especially the poor ones, will be going to. Our cover story, to be reported by Juan Vasquez, is about a public school that works. A school parents and teachers and students call Our School.
If you have difficulty reading this worksheet, how could you get help?
The quality of America's public schools. It's an issue of perennial controversy. Are our schools getting better or are they getting worse? The latest research indicates that the biggest challenges facing the schools are from the growing number of disadvantaged children and the growing number of working parents. Later on Sunday morning, we'll visit an outstanding public school in Tallahassee, Florida that's overcoming those challenges, a school that works.
Bob Pierpoint will take you to a silent movie show called Now Playing Lee Irwin.
At the Cathedral of St. John the Divine in New York, a revival is taking place. It's not a religious revival, it's a revival of silent films. Organist Lee Irwin enhances these old movies with his new original scores. A story we'll report later on Sunday morning.
Gary Reeves will tell you about some women who are learning to rebuild.
The Eureka Street project in Lima, Ohio may be the most unusual housing rehab project in the nation. Unusual not only because they're redoing practically every house in the neighborhood, but unusual because all the work is being done by women. But perhaps the most unusual thing of all here is the women themselves. We'll explain later on Sunday morning.
One of the sure signs of fall is the end of repeats on television and the introduction of new shows. Our media critic, Ron Powers, will take a look at what the new fall television season will bring. Bill Plant will join us from Santa Barbara, where the president is vacationing. We'll talk with him about recent events in the Philippines and recent progress on arms control. We'll look ahead to what surprises nature has in store for us in seasons to come, and we'll review the news of the week. And we begin, as always, with the headlines for this Sunday morning, the 30th of August. Reports from Bahrain say another convoy of Kuwaiti tankers and U.S. Navy escort ships is heading up the Persian Gulf, just one day after Iraqi airplanes attacked Iranian installations in the Gulf, breaking a 45-day informal truce there. A Philippine legislator says investigators are checking reports that conservative Americans may have encouraged last week's rebellion in the Philippines, but retired General John Singlaub, the only person the legislator named, calls that suggestion outrageous. NASA may try again today to test its redesigned shuttle rocket booster. The test was scheduled for last Thursday, but was postponed because of technical problems. And actor Lee Marvin died. He was 63, and his best-known role may have been as the comical gunfighter in the movie Cat Ballou. Now, a brief look at the weather across the country. A pleasant day today with temperatures in the 70s from Montana to Maine. It'll be in the 80s in the Tennessee Valley and the Southern Plains. Not too bad for August. It'll be a hot day in the west with temperatures over 100 likely in the California valleys. A delightful day is due in the northeast, bright and sunny. Skies will be sunny too in the west, but scattered thunderstorms may dampen weekend plans in parts of the south and in the Great Lakes region. Tomorrow, a cold front should descend on the eastern Great Lakes region with showers in the western sections of New York and Pennsylvania. More rain along the Carolina coastline and sun in most other places. This has been the wettest month ever recorded in Chicago. So far in August, 17.1 inches of rain has fallen. They haven't had that much rain since 1871. Corazon Aquino president, ending 15 years of martial law, a wave of euphoria washed over the country. Since then, President Aquino has battled corruption, poverty, and an increasingly restive military. Last week, rebel soldiers made their boldest attempt yet to topple the Aquino government. On Friday, the streets of Manila became a battleground as rebel troops attacked the presidential palace and took over several television stations.
We are led by Colonel Honasan, and we would like to assure you that this move is not directed against the citizenry.
You have to be at least a little prosperous to get an education at all. Juan Vasquez is going to take you to an elementary school in Tallahassee, Florida that doesn't work that way, largely because teachers, parents, and students all work together to make things turn out differently. If you ask them, they will tell you that Kate Sullivan Elementary is our school.
I'm so glad you're back.
Jennifer.
How are you?
Jenny, how are you doing? Fine.
Who's running you? Know what grade they're in? What class they're in? Great. You're going to work real hard for Miss Bridges, aren't you? We're so glad you're back. My goodness, I'm so glad to see everyone.
The scene will be repeated across the country for millions of American school children in the coming days.
Great. How are you? It's good to have you back. You'll be in third grade. Yeah. Good.
Summer is over. It's back to class, back to books, back to homework.
Working with us. And how are you? Welcome back to Sullivan.
But not all will be coming back to a school like Kate Sullivan Elementary in Tallahassee, Florida.
I'm so glad you're back. Once you're a Sullivan student, you're always a Sullivan student.
Kate Sullivan is special because it has a real heart. There's a soul and spirit here of everyone working together to meet the child's needs.
Principal Nancy Duden.
And you notice I said child rather than children because we do zero in on the individual. It's so very special, but you don't see it when you walk around in terms of special programs or special building. It's people working together that's special.
Veronica, you look beautiful. Are you ready for a good year in first grade? Great. And Pam.
Doing the job that America's public schools are supposed to do in 1987 isn't easy. As recently as the mid-1970s, the government says, most mothers with school-age children stayed home. Today, most mothers have jobs outside the home, at least 70% by some estimates. And the situation for children has now changed for the worse. 1 out of 4 lives at or below the poverty level.
If you do know whose classroom you're in, you may go on to the room, okay?
Coping with these changes demands extra effort from the schools. The teachers are called upon to be full-time educators, substitute mothers, part-time sociologists.
I think that you take all of those things, plus the societal demands that have been placed upon schools, and you realize that we're not playing in the same kind of ball game that we were 20 years ago.
Manya Unger is president of the National PTA.
If schools are going to be expected to provide preschool care, after-school care, early education, health needs in the form of school-linked clinics, all of that has to be paid for. If government isn't going to pay for it, if the community feels it cannot pay for it, then schools are going to be left with a problem and no assistance. And that's a danger.
Oh, no.
It's Lily, no.
Jenny, how are you doing?
Fine.
Whose room are you in this year?
From the outside, Kate Sullivan is just a typical red brick schoolhouse, bulging and overcrowded like so many others. 30% of its pupils are from less advantaged homes. Most of the parents work. There are about 25 pupils per teacher, and the ratio is climbing.
Won't you smile, everyone?
But there is something going on inside these classrooms that transcends the facts and figures.
Smile upon your face, Elizabeth. When there's a smile upon your face, Elizabeth.
All the teachers are here for the children, and they come first. And I think that's important to know that the children are first.
Iris Wilson is both teacher and parent. Many teachers at Kate Sullivan bring their children from other districts to the school.
And even though we're larger at Kate Sullivan, I think as far as our educational program and our discipline program, all the way around, it's an excellent school. And that's why I brought my children here.
Okay. How many of you remember what attending behavior means? Attending behavior. Did anyone ever hear that word before?
It's not only a place for the mind to grow, but for a personality to form and blossom. Children are taught not just the ABCs, but social skills, how to behave in school, a framework for discipline and citizenship that can serve them for the rest of their lives.
Listen to teacher. Okay, listen to the teacher. Lean towards her so you can hear her.
Why are we special? We're an exemplary school, I'll have to say that. We're special because...
Nancy Hoffman has been a teacher at Kate Sullivan since 1980.
I think that every school is run on the personality of its principal. We have a principal who puts the child first. If it's good for the child, we'll find the money for it. I've heard her say that numerous times, and she truly means it. That's not just out of the mouth. You know, she really means that. So, and she permeates this love for the children and this caring and nurturing for the children in her charge.
Yep, I'm the principal, and I'm pretty good at peeling oranges. Are you new to Kate Sullivan this year? So you know you can ask me to do this, don't you? You know I'm here to help you. Okay, can you get it from If we are going to make Kate Sullivan a home, a community, away from home, then we need to know their names. We need to know something about them besides what you did on a test score or something. So I work at it. It's important.
The success of this school is no secret. 75% of the pupils are reading at or above their grade level. 83% are doing that well in math. The Department of Education has cited Kate Sullivan School for excellence in education and for outstanding programs for the disadvantaged.
No, look at your words. Roll the pen over bread to flatten.
Nancy Hoffman was nominated Florida State Teacher of the Year last year.
Here was yesterday's problem with some people.
She designed an alternative program to reach the disinterested and unmotivated 4th and 5th graders, kids who are potential dropouts.
Tiptoe to your first.
It's a curriculum that combines traditional and innovative teaching methods.
All teachers are crazy. I mean, otherwise they wouldn't be there. Sitting in a classroom with 32 children from 8:30 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon, you have to be a little wacko. So you take all of this craziness that you have and really blow it up and excite the children with the things that are around them.
The little French snake here. Pierre has a beret that we made, and we scotch tape it to his head. And then we have this little bow tie that we put around his neck.
Hi! How's it going? How was the first day?
After school, she goes to a low-income housing project.
Art. Okay, then you have art and art appreciation, earth and space science.
She wants to find out if some of her graduates, those who have left Kate Sullivan, are making it in junior high.
I want to know how you do. And when you get your first report card, please call me. Okay, because I know it's going to be fantastic. Now, you're at Raw, right? Okay. Y'all are almost in the same classes, aren't you? How about that?
Why do you do this?
You both got...
You don't have to come and check up on these kids.
No, you don't have to do it, but teachers do many things they don't have to do. You have to, somebody has to get in there and see that they follow through, and my program isn't any good if they just stop now, you know. So in order for my program to be successful, it's got to carry on over, and I'm going to follow them as far as I can follow them. Come in, say hello. I want to know today. How was the day?
Okay.
Was it all right?
One of her former students needs bus transportation to get to and from her new school.
That is a long way. She can't do that.
When Hoffman learns that Corinne and her mother had to walk miles on the first day of school because the bus wasn't there as promised,
Let me get my pen here. I want to give you my number because I want you to...
she promises to take care of the problem right away.
We're going to find out why you didn't get a bus, and we'll get you a bus. I understand. But please understand where this child is coming from, too. It is a great distance to her school. It's a dangerous distance for her to walk. She has to walk through that district by herself. And her mother can't do that with her every day, and she did today just so that child could go to school. And I think we ought to back her up on that, too. If she signs those papers...
One of the secrets of the school's success is the involvement of parents. Parents and teachers together built this playground. At some schools, parents are made to feel that their involvement ends at the front door. Here, they are not only welcomed, they are treated as equals by the teachers and the staff.
Scratching, clucking, laying eggs. Cats in mulch houses.
Granaries. Sound the word out and tell me what you think it might be. Granary. What word do you hear in it?
Kathy Alford is a parent volunteer.
Where you keep grain.
All of our teachers welcome volunteer help. They feel like we can do a lot for them. We're their extra set of eyes and ears and hands, and we can give a little bit more personal attention to the children who need it, and we are very welcome.
Too well for that. All right, tell me something. Who is Joe? Is that Lassie's own?
I don't know.
Research has shown that children whose parents are actively involved in their classroom perform better in school.
I see it with my own child. I see it with the children of other volunteers. I think if you ask any teacher, they will tell you yes. There has to be. We're on top of things almost on a daily basis.
September the 1st, it's open house here at school, where you will bring your parents to school for an open house, and it's at night. If you need a ride for you or your parents, would you please let me know? I will make arrangements to get you here.
I communicate with the children. They know how much I love them. I am sincerely in love with them. They know they can call me, and they do call me to help them.
I am so glad you're back and with us. Thank you for coming to school today. See you in the morning, first thing. Bye, sweetie. Bye, darling. You want to take your stuff home? Or are you going to leave them here?
I might take it home.
It doesn't matter. I was just asking. Okay. Goodbye, sweet pea. See you in the morning. Do your homework. Would you do me a favor? What? Do me a favor? What? Tell your mother thank you for coming in and seeing me today. Okay. I liked her very much.
Right.